Well, hello everybody, I'm Dr. Glenn Harrison and welcome to this week's segment of Why. This is where I take just a few minutes to answer some of the most common health-related questions that I see in my clinic every day. So if this is the first time you're on the channel and you're looking for more tips and strategies, natural tips and strategies on how to overcome many health conditions and concerns, make sure you click the like button and the subscribe notification and so you don't miss anything. So the question is, Dr. Harrison, I have symptom X, Y, and Z. What's going on? And I'm seeing this over and over and over, and most commonly it's due to the quarantine that everybody's struggling with. So in this video, I'm going to show you, help you identify some of the most common symptoms that are due to the quarantine. And we're going to start right now. So the quarantine and isolation, it has transformed lives, it's transformed the world, and it's created many, many disorders, many, many symptoms. So one of the most common symptoms that I see, is emotional and mental disorders. People having problems, and they're telling me that they feel down, more depressed, more anxious, more worried, and it just creates significant problems in their lives. And they can't quite pin it, and they're usually not like this, and it's turning into a problem. Well, we're expecting now emotional health disorders, mental health disorders skyrocketing. Now, the numbers are just starting to come out right now, but it's actually changed the landscape of health. So it's significant. There's reasons for emotional and health disorders getting so bad. One thing that humans need is social interaction. And if you isolate people and remove social interaction, they actually can't have a positive mindset. They can't be healthy. It's impossible. So of course we still have to follow rules and regulations depending on what part of the world we're in, but be aware of it, and do everything you can to mitigate some of that cause. Another common cause that I see all the time is people talking about how exhausted they are, how tired they are. And they say it doesn't make any sense. You know, a lot of people are out of the workforce, they're at home, and they've got all the time in the world. Well, one of the most common causes of fatigue and exhaustion is sleep habits, and they've fallen out of their sleep habits. Most of us have. I have as well, and I had to fight to get back into it. But if we don't have to wake up in the morning at a certain time, naturally we don't go to bed at the same time, it throws off our circadian rhythm. Our sleep-wake cycles are our cortisol and melatonin, these are hormones, rhythms. So that really throws us off. When all of that chemistry gets thrown off, that plays right into emotional and mental health disorders. So energy, low energy, and then also the emotional burden that we're taking on and the emotional labor that we're putting out to friends and loved ones, it's exhausting. And then there's the whole financial piece to it, and then the media and all of that. It just makes for a massive amount of exhaustion. So this is a common symptom. We have to get back to our patterns. Sleep primarily, of course, but there's many factors for exhaustion. This is a huge one though. The third most common one that I see is, and I wrote it down here, is a lack of motivation. Well, that's a big one, but the most common cause of low motivation is low energy. So, as we just talked about, lower energy, it's going to play right into motivation. I see a lot of people, they've fallen out of their lifestyles completely because they always have, I'll work out later, I have all day. There's a lot of people like that. Or I'll work on the lawn, I've got all day. And what happens is their sleep cycles change, they go to bed later, wake up later, not having a proper sleep, emotional stressors. Sometimes people are working from home, now they're taking care of the kids at the same time, but the kids used to be in daycare. All of these things add up to create an exhausted, emotionally compromised, and reduced motivation, if that's a thing, reduced motivation in any individual. So consider all of these things. These are the most common symptoms that I see, and be aware of them because it's not anything else other than our patterns and our lifestyle and how we've fallen out of our patterns. So next week, I'm gonna talk about how to get back into these patterns. And I personally have been through the journey myself. Hopefully things are, wherever you live, things are lightening up with regards to the social isolation, the quarantine and all of that. But we've got to take care of this, and we got to realize where it's coming from and make the changes. Regardless of what's going on in the world, we have to take care of ourselves. So I hope this was helpful. I look forward to talking to you next day. We're going to answer the why to another health-related question, specifically getting how to get back into your patterns. So with that being said, I'm Dr. Harrison. Have a great day.